Right, it is match day and it is 12:30. Well, near enough 12:30 with the first game of the day, 12:30 kickoff. And yeah, all the fans on social medias, all these hating fans have now pushed the agenda to having Mason Mount not start. Nah, who am I kidding? We've got Champions League in the midweek. Do you know what I mean? He needs a rest. He's overworked. He's been playing God knows how many games for Chelsea over the past couple of years. And his recent performances have obviously not been the usual self of Mace. But I'm sure he'll get a good rest. And then hopefully he'll perform like he did against AC Milan. And have a big Champions League performance and be a man in the match performance. And hopefully get us a win in Dortmund. But today's lineup, everyone's been calling to see some type of change and this kind of formation up front. They clearly think that Mount hasn't been great at the moment in the 10 role or the 8 role or the advanced 8, whatever you want to say it. But he's gone with a front three of Havertz today with Mudryk on the left, Madueke on the right. Havertz obviously in the Roman position. João Felix in the Roman position behind Havertz. And then a double pivot of Enzo Fernandez and Loftus-Cheek. Now, I questioned where Loftus-Cheek has been for the past couple of days. And, yeah, because he wasn't in the matchday squad before. And I didn't know what it was like. I didn't know I haven't heard that he's been ill or anything. And to be playing Conor Gallagher where he's been playing, I just thought to myself, Loftus-Cheek has played in a hybrid back five system as like a centre-back role sometimes. So he's played DM many of times. So why hasn't an experienced player at Chelsea just been put in his position that he's regularly played? But he starts today. Hopefully him and Enzo create a good balance. It's what we have available at the moment. We don't have Kante, we don't have Kova. So who knows? Raheem Sterling obviously got a knock-in training in the midweek. So he probably would have started on the right-hand side. But Noni gets to start. Hopefully he showed a bit of an injection in that game against Fulham, but bit headless for me. Hopefully he's got a bit more direct approach to the game, but with a bit of understanding of where he's running into spaces. The back four, Cucurella, been absolutely rubbish the whole season. Can't wait for Ben to come back into the squad, to be honest. We talk about certain players that haven't performed for Chelsea. He really hasn't performed for Chelsea ever since he's come here. So question marks over Cucurella's performances today as well. I'm going to be looking at him a lot. Badiashile, probably one of our best on-form players at the moment. Coming to this squad looks not out of place at all. Looks like he's been playing here for 5-6 years. Great defender. Alongside the Rolls Royce. Signed his extension, 1-year extension, and God, we need him. Our back line defensively has been very good over the past couple of games, so hopefully that continues today. West Ham's not been a great away ground for us. Normally we don't pick up results at West Ham. Only 2 wins in our last 7 there at the London Stadium ever since it's been open. Reece James right back. Hopefully Reece can stay fit. Hopefully gives us a big performance. And Kepa in goal. Obviously the way we've been playing out the back recently, I don't know whether Mendy or not would have been able to play the passes that Kepa's required of recently. And yeah, he's been all right, Kepa, but he's had the mistakes in him. But we probably need an upgrade on a keeper soon. But a very, very much needed 3 points today, and I've not had much sleep, and I've woke up for this. This is what we do for the Chelsea. But trying to be optimistic again today. We don't really have great results at West Ham, and I never like the early morning favourites on a Saturday, and I'm pretty sure we're favourites, even though we shouldn't be really at the moment. But we're playing a very poor West Ham side. Mikel Antonio's not been the same kind of Mikel Antonio who's been like that over the past couple of years, but you never know. London derby might get them up for it. Hopefully we'll see a good battle between Declan and Enzo in the midfield today. And yeah, but I'm a struggling West Ham side, so I've got to go with the fact that we've changed up the attacking formation, and people think that this is one of the best attacking formations and the best options that we have up front. Hopefully we can score 2 goals today, because we haven't scored 2 goals in ages. So yeah, I'm going to go with a very hard-fought 2-1 win. I really want to see us score 2 goals today. I don't want to see us have another 1 goal or a 0-0. Like, Just give me a couple goals, man. I need to see a couple goals. Our problem hasn't been defending. Our problem's been scoring. So please, with these quality of players that people have been talking about, hopefully these guys can perform. So let's wait and see. But for me, 2-1 win Chelsea, hard-fought win. Potter needs these 3 points, mate. Otherwise, I'll be on to him. So let's see a bit of style in this game today, yeah? All right. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not giving angry vibes. I'm not going to be angry. All I'm saying is, it's time. It's time now. The shift has to be on Graham Potter. I'm sorry. The shift has to be on Graham Potter. He started this lineup today. People didn't want to see Mount in there. They wanted to see this different formation. Yes, we looked all right for the first half. João Felix looked unbelievable. But look, that's the player that's cost us nothing, but he's on loan. He's the player that we should have bought for 100 million. Mudryk's performance today was very average. For a person that we paid £100 million for, I wish we paid the 100 for João Felix and had Mudryk on loan. Because it seems like this is going to be how it is. João Felix is the saviour. João Felix is going to be our best player. But we can't win the games. And that is down to Graham Potter. That's down to Graham. Like, Graham has been piss poor. Graham has not done enough. There's no style there. Like, Madueke weren't good today. Like, let me go through everyone, yeah? Let me go through the ratings, what I'd give. Kepa was a solid 7. Didn't have much to do. Done bits and bobs where he had to. He was all right, average. Cucurella, absolutely piss poor. He was really poor. And it's about time he gets dropped now, because he was at fault for the first goal. Let's go for the first goal. Like, in terms of our goal, Enzo, João Felix, great link up. Enzo was great today. João Felix was great. But in terms of their equaliser, Cucurella was poor. Didn't shut down the player at the front post. As much as I think it's him and Madueke's fault for the defending, he didn't shut down the people today well. He was caught in no man's land. He's like a hot potato in possession. He was really poor. Cucurella, I give a 5 out of 10. Badiashile was all right. Got spanned once. Other than that, he was quite solid. Won a lot of things in the air. I give him a 7 out of 10. Thiago Silva, about the same as that. Got exposed maybe once. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Was all right. Reece James was poor. I think Reece James was a 6 out of 10 today. I don't think he'd give us much. Enzo was, for me, probably one of the best players on the pitch for the whole of 90 minutes. I would have given him a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5, 8 out of 10 for him personally, around that. Loftus was all right for what he give us for that duration. He should have cut it back to Havertz first time. Should have took his chance there to cut it to Havertz for us to score first. He was all right. Asking for what he was meant to do today and sit in the pivot with Enzo, he was all right. I'll give him a 6.5, 7 out of 10. João Felix was unbelievable in that first half. Needed a bit more in that second half. What he done in that first half, but that first half performance was unbelievable. If he replicated that first half performance, I would have been giving him an 8.5, 9 out of 10. But I'll put him in around the 7.5, 8 out of 10 kind of mark. He was all right. He was all right in the second half, but we need a bit more. Noni Madueke was quite poor out wide today. I think he was at fault for the equaliser. He checked his shoulder, checked Emerson over the shoulder, didn't follow the runner. Obviously, Reece James had to come inside. He had to worry about the cutback, and he has to facilitate that area in the box. And Madueke should be following the runner. Madueke was poor for me. I'd give him a 6 out of 10. Mudryk on the other side, again, he's the £100 million player, what I've been saying, and I don't think he was that good. Good in patches of the link up, but not good enough for me. He was another 6 out of 10. And Havertz up front, again, for me, he's been a 5.5 out of 10 recently. He's been poor. If anyone's been poor and hasn't been playing well in their position, for what we're asking for him to do the job up front, the amount of times, even when Mount came on and he cut it across the box, he weren't there. He made himself available for the Loftus-Cheek one, but whether he scores or not, I don't know. But in terms of the overall putting himself around in that 9 position, he's just not there. And he just doesn't take his chances well. But it's just, I think it's a thing where Havertz needs to get dropped. I think João Felix, for what he can give, I'd rather just have him up top by himself. And he'd drop in and give us the creativity as well. And just play Mount there. I think Mount is the better option there. Mount, when he come on, created 2 of our better chances. The penalty appeal that we had, he was one that bustled his way through 2-3 plays into the box and got the cut back across to where it then fell out to the guy who shot and then got the pen appeal. But yeah, got robbed on that. I feel like they wanted us to lose again today. I don't know what it is. It's like how long did they take on that VAR decision? It took ages. Why were they looking at the zoom in for Mount? And I think it was Mount or Ziyech. I can't remember who it was. They were looking on the zoom in, trying to find a way to play Declan Rice onside. Never onside. Took way too long. And then the penalty appeal for me was quite clear. I think it's a pen. It's not massively like deliberate, but it's a pen. It's outstretched on the floor, going down. He's made himself bigger. It's on target. It's a pen. But here we go again. Another dropped points. 4 drop points in the last 2 games where we should have actually picked up 2 wins. West Ham are a poor side right now and they're struggling. And you can tell that they were even happy for that point because they were in a dangerous place at the moment. They could have, with results going their way today, they could have genuinely been in the bottom 3. Like they've been that bad. And I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed with that result. I'm not going to get angry and shout about Potter no more. I've had enough. I think Potter needs to be addressed. I think he's the main focus that we need to look around now, and that's how it is going forward. But yeah, that's it for me on the sum up of the game today. And yeah, Potter out.